Hi everyone, welcome to another session of Law and Language from Dharmapeetam. So in this sessions we had been discussing the difference between primary auxiliary verbs and modal auxiliary verbs. We have already discussed the three basic differences between the primary auxiliaries and modal auxiliaries. Now we have to discuss the fourth main difference between the primary auxiliaries and modal auxiliaries, and this is about tenses. So this being tenses, it's very important to understand this particular difference, the concept in it. How primary auxiliaries are used in the 12 tense forms in English language. So how these primary auxiliaries influence the sentence structure in the different tense forms. That's what we have to discuss in this session. So the basic difference, or the fourth difference between primary auxiliaries and modal auxiliaries, nothing else but primary auxiliaries are used in tense forms. The primary auxiliaries are used in tense forms. Modal auxiliaries are not. Modal auxiliary verbs are not usually used in tense forms. Yeah, definitely there will be a doubt like will or shall is there in the future tense, right? So can we make it such a statement that modal auxiliaries are not in the tense forms because will and shall are modal auxiliaries? The thing is, yeah, if we have to write the sentence structure in a future tense, definitely we have to use either will or shall. But the point is, just by using will or shall, it won't make any particular tense form over there in future tense also. It can only make the simple future tense. But if you have to make the other future tenses, definitely we have to use a primary auxiliary verb as well. So even though we use will or shall in the future tense, we have to use a primary auxiliary verb also. Only then we can make a completely perfect sentence structure in future tense. So that's why we say tense based sentence structures are framed basically with the help of primary auxiliary verbs. So in a single shot, if we have to discuss the entire 12 different tense forms, it will be a lengthier video, a lengthier session, and we may not be able to concentrate completely on this. So we know there are three basic tenses: present tense, past tense and future tense. Present tense is more about the present, something that is happening. Past tense is about something that had happened, and the future tense is about something that is going to happen, about to happen. So we have these three basic tense forms, and all the three tense forms have got subsections as well. So every three is divided into four each, namely simple, continuous or progressive, perfect, perfect continuous or perfect progressive tenses, right? So every basic three tense forms have this four. So we have in present tense, we have a simple present tense, present continuous tense or present progressive tense, present perfect tense, present perfect continuous tense, right? In past tense, again we have a simple past tense, past continuous or past progressive, past perfect tense, past perfect continuous tense or past perfect progressive tense. Same way, in future tense also, we have a simple future tense, future continuous or future progressive tense, future perfect tense, future perfect continuous or future perfect progressive tense. So let us keep these basic present, past, future tense aside, and let us concentrate on simple tenses, continuous tenses or progressive tenses, perfect tenses and perfect continuous or perfect progressive tenses. Because it is on this category we can easily identify the role that these primary auxiliary verbs are playing in the sentence structure, right? So let us keep the simple tenses aside. Let us start with the continuous tenses first, because it's easy to understand. The simple tenses have a slight complication which we will elaborate at the end of the session, right? So let us start with the continuous tenses. So in continuous tenses, a be form is a compulsory component. Let it be present tense, let it be past tense, let it be future tense. If it is continuous or a progressive tense form, a be form has to be used. There is no other go. A be form has to be used. So in a continuous tense form, actually the be form that we use is functioning as an auxiliary verb, a helping verb. Means there should be a main verb after it, right? And that main verb that comes after the be form in continuous tense or progressive tense will be in its ing form. When we wrote the different verb forms that main verbs can frame, we have seen that it is called present participle form of the verb. Ing form of the verb is called present participle form of the verb, right? So if you have to create a sentence in any continuous tense or progressive tense, subject should come first, a be form should come after that. It should be followed by a main verb in the ing form, or the main verb is used in its present progressive tense, right? So any continuous tense, the compulsory component is a be form. We know be form actually has multiple forms in the verb forms. In present tense we have is, am, are. Past tense we have was, were, right? So all these are the present tense and past tense form of the be forms, right? Past participle is been, been. Present participle is being, being, right? So when we create the structure of a sentence in present continuous tense, right? Present continuous tense. If we have to create a sentence in the present continuous tense, after the subject, we have to write the be form. Be form means the be forms in present tense. So the be form we have in present tense are is, am, are. So here the be form is replaced with is, am, or are. So subject plus is, am, or are plus ing form of the main verb, present participle form of the main verb. So it becomes subject plus is, am, or are plus ing form of the main verb. That is the structure of a sentence in a present continuous tense. So we have subject, and after that we have a be form. The be forms in the present tense is, am, are. And after that a be form should be followed by a main verb in the present participle form, the ing form. We have it there. So now when we have to use is, when we have to use are, when we have to use am, that difference is based on the subject. If the subject is a singular noun, if the subject is a singular, it can be a noun or a pronoun also, right? So if the subject is a singular, the be form that we have to use in the present continuous tense is, right? He is, boy is, girl is, she is, it is, my friend is. Because in all these examples, the subject, let it be he, let it be she, let it be it, or any names specifically, or the words like my friend, all these are singular. So the be form that comes after that is. And then we need to use a main verb. We can say he is eating, the boy is playing, the girl is singing, my friend is dancing, right? So this sentence structure is created based on this particular sentence form, subject plus is, am or are plus ing form of the main verb. So in all the above said situations, we used is because the subject that came before that was singular. If the subject is plural, instead of he, we use they. Or instead of she, we use we, we, we. Or instead of my friend, my friends, plural. Then the be form that we have to use there should be are. Right? So they are, we are, my friends are, main verb is all but the same, ing form of the main verb. So he is playing, we are playing. My friend is singing, my friends are singing. Right? So if the subject of the sentence is singular, we use is plus ing form of the main verb. If the subject is plural, we use are plus ing form of the main verb. Then where should we use am? Am. Am is used when the subject of the sentence is first personal pronoun I. First personal pronoun I. If the first personal pronoun I is used as a subject in a sentence in the present tense, or in any present tense basically, the be form that we have to use after that is am. I am going, I am studying, I am playing. Right? So in present continuous tense, we can use 3 be forms, and they are is, am or are. Is used when the subject is singular, are is used when the subject is plural, am is used when the subject is first personal pronoun I. Right? Now, let's check what happens in past continuous tense. So in past continuous tense also, the continuous tense form has to be used. So as to make a sentence into continuous form, we have to use be form plus ing. So subject plus be form plus ing is same there. But what differs is, as it is past continuous tense, we should use the past tense form of be in that. So past tense form of be are, was and were. So the sentence structure in past continuous tense becomes subject plus was or were plus ing form of the main verb. Right? So past continuous tense, the sentence structure is subject plus was or were plus ing form of the verb. Was or were came there because it is in continuous tense form and we have to use a be form there. So in past tense we have a was and were, so they are used here. Now, when do we use was? When do we use were? Was is used when the subject is singular. Right? He was playing. She was singing. My friend was dancing. So is a present tense form, was is the past tense form. That's the difference. So the first place where was is used is when the subject is singular. And obviously, if it is a plural subject, we have to use a were. We were going. My friends were playing. So instead of are, we use were in a past tense. Now definitely there will be a doubt, like we had a third one in the the present continuous tense, and that was am. So am is used when the subject is first personal pronoun I. What about past continuous tense? So was is used as a past tense for am as well. Okay, so when the subject is singular or when the subject is first personal pronoun I, in past continuous tense we use was. My friend was going, I was going, he was playing, just like that. So the sentence structure in the past continuous tense is a subject plus was or were plus ing form of the verb. Now we have to think about future continuous tense. So future continuous tense, we know that we have to use will or shall because it's a future tense. So after subject, we have to use will or shall. And after that, we have to use the be form and then the main verb in its ing form. But now, here the problem is will or shall, any of them is a modal auxiliary verb. And one rule with the modal auxiliary verb is that immediately after a modal auxiliary verb, no specific verb forms should be used, but only the base form. So we cannot use is, am, or was, were in a future tense because will or shall is used in a future tense. And immediately after that, what we have to use is a base form. What is the base form of be form? Be. Be is the base form, right? So now subject plus will or shall plus be plus ing form of the main verb. I will be watching a movie. He will be going. They will be going. We will be arriving there by 10 o'clock. Right? And here there is no difference between the subject's number. Whether it is a singular or a plural, there will not be any change. Clear? So, the tense structure in continuous tense, we have three continuous tenses here, basic continuous tenses, present continuous tense, past continuous tense, future continuous tense. Continuous tenses are also known as progressive tenses. So why it is called progressive tenses and all these kinds of things, we will deal with another session when we have to deal with the tenses completely. So in this session, we are basically concentrating on the sentence structure or how the be forms, do forms and have forms are used in the sentence structures. Okay, let us understand this first. Let us get a clarity about this and then we can go into the usages and all these kinds of things. There we will elaborate this point. So in present continuous tense or present progressive tense, the structure is subject plus is, am or are plus ing form of the main verb. As I said earlier, object may or may not be a part. It's not that an important part. So let us forget that. The most important aspect is the subject and the verb combination. Right? Let us concentrate on that. So the sentence structure of a sentence in the present continuous tense is subject plus is, am or are plus ing form of the main verb. Is used when the subject is singular. Are is used when the subject is plural. Am is used when the subject is first personal pronoun I. Coming to past continuous tense, the sentence structure is subject plus was or were plus ing form of the verb because was or were are the past tense form of be forms. So was is used when the subject is singular or the subject is a first personal pronoun I. Were is used when the subject is plural. Coming to future continuous tense, the sentence structure is subject plus will or shall plus be plus ing form of the verb. Will or shall is used because it is a future tense, and will or shall being a modal auxiliary verb, the verb that follows should be in its base form. So be form, the base form be is written there because the main verb should be in ing form in continuous tense, and then we write the ing form. Whether the subject is singular or plural, it never make any changes in its verb's number. So he will be playing, I will be playing, they will be playing, we will be playing. Whether the subject is singular or plural, it never makes any difference. This is how be forms are used in a tense form. So in which tense do we use the be forms? In all continuous tense forms or progressive tense forms, we use be forms, right? So in the next session, we will be dealing with the perfect tenses, right? Thank you.